Hey, this is Tom J back for another episode of the King of Craft Beer Reviews. So, today for your drinking pleasure, we have from the Blue Hills Brewery out of Canton, Massachusetts. We have the Black Hops. They bill this as a dark ale. I'm just going to read you the back of this. I read the back real quick because I just wanted to find out what exactly I was doing here as far as getting into. All right, Black Hops is an American dark ale with the roasted flavor of a rich porter plus the slight hop bitterness of a fresh pale ale. So what they're basically saying is this is sort of like a porter and a pale ale, which they combine somehow and they mix that together. Yeah. Another Massachusetts beer, another New England beer from the beer burglar himself, Martin. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's get into this. Before we start, I just want to let you know, this beer, as far as the date, the born on date, it's 9/15/15. So today's the 11th of January, so it's a bit old. So that's September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, it's at the end of its life. It might be past that. It's 4 months. So it might, some beers will hold up, others you'll lose something. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I still appreciate it. Thank you, Marty. It is what it is. My favorite saying. It is what it is because that's what it is. All right, with that, we're going to pop the top and we're going to get this into a glass. I went a little aggressive on that, but it did make a nice pour here. Finger and a half of a tan head. Putting it up to the light, it looks clear and it looks to be a dark mahogany brown color. You can see through it. The light is passing through. It's a cloudy day and it's still passing through. Yes, but it is completely clear. I could actually see my finger on the other side. So it's not actually black. It's a dark mahogany brown color. Just had to get that out of the way. All right. I think with that, we are going to get a aroma on this. Let's get a nose on it. All right. I am getting some darker beer characteristics, a little bit of a porter-like caramel. Maybe a slight amount of chocolate and caramel, and I'm also getting just a little bit of some sort of a nondescript hop presence. Not exactly citrusy, but like a dankness. So yeah, I'm smelling some caramel, slight amount of coffee, slight amount of chocolate. And definitely roasted malts. I'm getting that's coming through. I'm getting a malt character here. It's slightly muted on the nose. It's a little bit hard for me to pull the flavors up. It's definitely not popping out of the glass with this one. You really got to dig hard to just pick out some stuff. But all right, let's give it a try here. Salud. All right, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm getting a dark roasted malt flavor. I'm getting a little bit of bitterness here. I didn't give you the stats on this beer real quick. The Beer Advocate people gave it an 81, which is very good. And Rate Beer gave it a 46, which is not very good. It's a 6.75% ABV and has an IBU they have listed of 16, but I'm tasting more bitterness than 16. I don't know if that's 16. I found that they didn't have it listed under the major Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, so I found it on a smaller website. They gave it 16 IBUs, but it's definitely higher than that. Yeah, it's good. It's I'm getting some coffee flavor. I'm getting some hops. Definitely getting some hops. Not a citrusy hop. More of like a bittering hop. Getting a little bit of a tart flavor, slightly. And it's a tart berry. It's not bad. It's not bad. It, in my estimation, it doesn't really fit the bill of a black IPA. It's not quite there because it certainly has some porter-like or stout-like qualities to it, even though the color is not that way. But the taste, it has some coffee in it. It has a little bit of caramel in it. It's got a roasted malt backbone in it. These are all things that you would find and that are common in a darker brewed beer. But it does have a pretty pronounced hop bitterness. I don't know what kind of hops they're using here. It's definitely not the American citrus hops. It could be an American hop, but it's not a hop that they would associate with, like you would associate with a hop with a citrusy type of thing. It's more of a very dank, bittering type of hop. Mouthfeel is good. It's got a decent amount of carbonation. It swirls around your mouth, tickles your tongue, not too overbearing. It's good. As far as the mouthfeel is concerned, I would give, if it was just mouthfeel, I would give that a higher score. Let's see. As far as it's pretty bitter. The flavors are not as pronounced as what I might want to see. I think that the hop presence and the bitterness is the main player here. That's the whole kit and caboodle here. It's a very hoppy, bitter beer. I don't know if this base beer, I don't know if the recipe that they used is enough to hold up to the bitterness of this beer. It by no means is it a bad beer. It's good. It's good. All right, I'm gonna let this warm up a little bit. See what we come up with. When it gets a little warmer, maybe it'll change. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back with the review of the Blue Hills Black Hops. I guess they're trying to mimic Black Ops, that's another beer. That's a Brooklyn brewery type of stout. Very close in name. I'm surprised there's no lawsuit going on there. Okay. Yeah. As the beer got warmer, it got pretty bitter. It's got some bitterness going on. More so than I would like to see. I don't mind the bitterness. You just have to have some flavor, a little more flavor to balance it out. It's a little unbalanced. I feel that the brew itself is a little weak to support the to support the cast of hops that they threw into this. The hops were a little strong for the actual flavor of the beer. Not to say it's a bad beer. I'm not trying to trash the beer. I would drink this beer. This is a good beer. It's just not a great beer. It's a good beer. You have to be objective with these reviews. You can't, I don't like to get soft sometimes. Sometimes I'm like a softie. I feel bad for a brewery. I don't want to trash their beer, but let's be realistic. You gotta say it how it is. So it's a good beer. It's not a great beer. It's got some problems. It's got some balance problems. It's a little bitter, just for the sake of being bitter, and that I'm not a big fan of. But with that being said, it's definitely not an unenjoyable beer. It's enjoyable. I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to finish enjoying it. But yeah, as for a rating, this is going to get an 83. So get an 83. It's good. It's 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. It's a low 8. That's where it should stand. Not bad. Not a bad offering from Blue Hills Brewery. But yeah, so that's it. That's my review for today. And as always, until next time, always remember to drink responsibly, and I will see you soon. Take care.